Alaikum wa rahmatullah. Hello fourth grade, welcome back to this English lesson with me Mrs. Haneen, and in today's lesson we are going to explain unit 6 lesson 2, so please keep watching this video. Have a good night. Page 63. Girls, have you ever asked yourself why is important to sleep? Why is sleep important? And how much sleep do teenagers need? The answer will be in the articles that I'm going to read. Now let's read the article. A good night's sleep. Do you think sleep is a waste of time? Do you like to stay up late to do homework, talk with friends, or play computer games? We asked Dr. Ibrahim Ansari, a sleep expert, if sleep was really important for teenagers. The need for sleep. The first paragraph is talking about the need of sleep. Dr. Ansari said he was worried about many of the teenagers he saw in his office. He said that many of them slept for only 6 or 7 hours a night. Teenagers should keep for an average of 8 hours per night. Your body needs sleep to grow and to stay strong. So why is sleep important? Why is sleep important for teenagers especially? Because their body needs to grow up and to stay strong, so they have to sleep. Okay, how much sleep do teenagers need? How much sleep do teenagers need? They need to sleep for 8 hours per night. 8 hours per night, and they have to sleep to grow and stay strong. So if you haven't had enough sleep, you can get hurt if you do sport. Your brain needs sleep too. Dr. Ansari told us that many of the teenagers he saw got bad marks because they were often tired. So if you haven't get enough sleep, what would happen? You will get hurt. If you do sport, your brain will get hurt because your brain needs sleep too. Your brain means mind, تعني الدماغ. Dr. Ansari told us that many of the معظم teenagers he saw got bad marks because they were often tired. So why do you normally got bad marks? Because you haven't enough sleep. Okay, you haven't had enough sleep, so your marks will get bad. Okay, different stages of sleep. Scientists still don't know everything about sleep, but they know that there are 5 stages of sleep. We asked Dr. Ansari what they were. The first stage is when you fall asleep. This is the first stage when you fall asleep. You relax and your heart starts to beat more slowly. The second stage is light sleep. During this time, you wake up very easily if you hear a noise. In the third and the fourth stage, you sleep more deeply. It's difficult for someone to wake you up. The last stage is the time when you dream. Your body is relaxed, but your eyes move. So, in this second paragraph, Dr. Ansari explained, or the article explained, the different stages of sleep. المراحل اللي يمر بها النوم هو عدة مراحل. So the first stage, when you get sleep, when you go to bed, okay, you fall asleep. The next stage, your heart will beat slowly, more slowly. Sorry, this is the first one. The second stage is light sleep. Light sleep يعني نوم خفيف. During this time, you woke up very easily. ممكن أن تستيقظ بسهولة. If you hear a noise, إذا سمعت ضوضاء. In the third and fourth stage, you sleep more deeply. It's difficult for someone to wake you up. The last stage is the time when you dream. In the last stage is the time when you sleep, when you dream. Your body is relaxed, جسدك مسترخي, but your eyes move, لكن عينيك تتحرك. At the third and the last paragraph, cures of sleeplessness. علاج لعدم النوم أو الأرق أو قلة النوم. Sometimes you go to bed but can't get to sleep. بعض الأحيان أنت تذهب للبed but can't get to sleep. We asked Dr. Ansari what you could do. First of all, try to go to bed at the same time every night. This is the first step. Try to go to bed every time at the same time. Okay, every night. Like something you have done, like routine. Don't do anything exciting just before bed. أنت لا تفعل أي شيء يثير حماستك قبل الذهاب إلى النوم. For example, doing exercising or watching an adventure film. مثلا لا تفعل التمارين الرياضية، لا تقوم بالتمارين الرياضية ولا تشاهد أفلام المغامرات. Dr. Ansari told us you could drink a glass of warm milk if you really couldn't fall asleep. ممكن أن تشرب حليب دافئ إذا بالفعل ما قدرت تنام. He said many teenagers found drinking milk relaxing. Many teenagers found drinking milk relaxing. Now that you know what to do, have a good night's sleep, you'll feel much better in the morning. So if you have a good night's sleep, what do you happen to you? You will feel much better in the morning. Now we have a very important subject which is reported speech. Use reported speech to tell another person what somebody said. The reporting verbs are tell, told, say, said, and these two verbs, we use them with the reported statement. And the last verb, which is asked, we use it with the question, with the reported questions. Okay? Now, note number 1. Reporting verbs are always followed by an object, a noun or pronoun. Asked, told, said plus object. Note number 2. This tense of the sentence is in the reported speech will be in the past. The tense of the sentence in the reported speech will be in the past. So this is very important note. We have to change the tense of the sentences to the past simple. Past simple. Note number 3. Change the pronoun. I, which will be he or she, me, him, her, us, them, you, I, and sometimes you, us, or me. Now you have to remember that am, is will be was, are is gonna be were, can, could, will, would. And if you have in the sentence would, so it will stay would. Should, it will stay should. Okay? Now, reported speech statements. For example, Ali, I'm tired. This is direct speech. Okay? So this is direct speech. Ali said, when we want to report this speech, okay, to report it. So Ali said that he was tired. I am, it will be he was, okay? The first thing, Ali said, I am tired. Who is I? It means Ali. So we want to say he. The tense of the sentences will be, this tense will be at the past form. So Ali said that he was tired. Okay. زمن الجملة يتغير إلى الماضي. Mom, it's time to get up early, Bilal. So mom, she's talking with Bilal. So mom told Bilal that this is an option if you want to write it or not. That's up to you. Mom told Bilal it was time to get up early. Okay, it, we put it, but is the s, which is in fact, it will be was. It's time to get early. It was time to get up early. Okay, so number 3, Khalid, I don't want to go to bed. So Khalid here said I will be he, because Khalid is talking. Khalid is the one who say this. So Khalid said that he don't will be didn't want to go to bed. Okay, don't will be didn't in the past simple. The sentences of the reported speech will be in the past. It will be back one step. Okay, راح ترجع خطوة. So the present will be past simple. Dad, Faisal can go with you. So Dad said that Faisal can will be could go with you will be us, could go with us. Okay, سيأتي معنا نحن. Okay, Sarah, I couldn't sleep last night. Sarah said she, I will be she, because it's the same Sarah. So Sarah عندما نريد التكلم عنها نعوض عنها بالضمير she. So Sarah said she couldn't sleep last night. Couldn't تبقى مثل ما هي couldn't. Okay, reported questions. Irreported questions, they became statements when they are reported. When we want to report a questions, we will make it a statement. احنا راح نخليه جملة. Okay, سوف نجعله جملة. Irreported questions, we are you always used asked. Okay, so questions have two kinds. Questions with the WH questions and questions yes or no questions. Okay, so first of all, let's start with the yes or no questions. Yes or no questions, it is the questions that started with is, are, am, or do, does, did, or was, where, which means that these questions started with auxiliary verbs تبدأ بفعل مساعد. The answer of these questions will be either yes, he, for example, he did, or no, he wasn't, for example. Okay, so when you use the yes or no questions in reported speech. So we have to add if to link between the sentence. Okay, so let's start. Student, is Abdullah ill? Is Abdullah ill? So I want here to use the verb ask because this is a question. Okay, so student asked who? Asked me. So student asked me if Abdullah was ill. Okay, we report these questions, so it will be statement. عرفتوا؟ يعني احنا من بعد ما ننقل هذا السؤال سوف يكون لدينا جملة statements. Okay, so student asked me if Abdullah was ill. Okay, if you want to solve this really fast, so بالنسبة اللي مثلا يشتبهون, so first of all you answer these questions. Abdullah is ill. رجعوا جملة. Okay, then this sentence حولوها للpast. Abdullah was ill. Then don't forget to add if between the sentence and the verb asked. Okay, let's see number 2. Ali, do you prefer bananas or apples? So Ali here is asking me, do you prefer bananas or apples? So what do we say? Ali asked. ليش asked استخدمنا؟ لأنه لدينا questions. Okay, Ali asked me if. نضع الإف. هذا شلون نجاوبه؟ تقدرون هنا مثل ما سوينا بالجملة السابقة نجاوبه I prefer banana for example or apples. ننزلها. اوكي هسه صارت هنا a statement عندنا. So this statement we will move it to we will change this statement to the past. So it will be Ali asked me if I preferred bananas. Preferred here will be in the past form, so we add ed. Preferred bananas or apples. Don't forget to put if, okay, with the yes or no questions that started with auxiliary verbs. In WH questions, for example, Marwa, what time is it? Marwa, what time is it? There is no need to put if. So what do we do here? Okay, so what do we do here in WH questions? We will answer these questions as if it is a statement. We will put it as if it is a statement. So, what time is it? What time? It will stay. أداة الاستفهام تبقى، لكن الجملة اللي بعد أداة الاستفهام سوف تكون بصيغة الستيتمنت، يعني كجملة اسمية. What time it is. Okay. هنا بعد ما نحولها it is راح نبدأ نرجعها للpast. So what time it تبقى is تتحول إلى was. Okay, so Marwa asked what time it was. There is no need to add if. Only put the WH and then the sentence after the WH we will change it to the statement, to the past statement. إلى جملة ماضية. الجملة اللي بعد أداة الاستفهام سوف تكون جملة ماضية. يعني احنا عندما نضع السؤال مثلا هاي عندنا what time is it. What time is it لازم يكون عندنا WH أداة auxiliary verb and then the subject. بس من نريد نسوي reported speech تقلب الموازين، بالعكس السبجكت يتقدم على auxiliary. Okay. So Nada, why are you late? Nada, why are you late? Here is a questions we start with WH. Questions. Why? Okay. So when we want to report these questions, what do? We answer this. We make it a questions. We answer these questions and we make it a statement. Sorry. So why تبقى مثل ما قلنا أداة الاستفهام، لكن الجملة اللي بعدها يقدم الفاعل على الفعل المساعد. Why you are late. So بما انه هي دا تسألك انت او دا تسألك انتي، فمن تقولين هي سألتني لماذا انا تأخرت، فاليوش تصبح I. Why I. الار تتحول الى ماضي، لان احنا لازم نحول زمن الجملة كلها للماضي، فايش يصير؟ I was تنزل الليت. I was late. زين، هسه نريد نسويها reported، فشو نقول؟ ندى asked me why I was late. Okay, it's so easy, really easy. Okay, here we have reported speech in the language books. Use reporting verbs ask, tell, say to tell another person what somebody said. We said that before. Now let's do the exercise. Lesson 2. Exercise A. Write short answers to these questions about the articles on page 63 of the student's book. Number 1. How much sleep should teenagers get per night? 8 hours. What can happen if you don't get enough sleep? You can get hurt or get bad marks. During what stage of sleep do you dream? During the last stage of sleep. هنا عندنا sleep. Okay. What should you not do before going to sleep? What should you not do before going to sleep? Exercise or watching adventure films. What do many teenagers find relaxing? Drinking a glass of warm milk. So this is exercise A. Please rewrite it on your activity book. Exercise C. Report statements below, then check your answers in the student book. Is sleep really important for teenagers? Is sleep really important for teenagers? So this is a questions. This is a yes or no questions. Why? Because it starts with an auxiliary verb لأنه بدأ بالفعل المساعد، فهو السؤال yes or no. So في حالة السؤال yes or no مثل ما قلنا we have to put if نربط بين if، تربط if بين هاي الجملة اللي راح نحولها للماضي ونسويها statement، والجملة اللي تبدأ بالreporting verb بفعل reporting. Okay, so we asked. ليش استخدمنا we asked؟ لأنه عندنا هنا questions. الquestions نستخدم معها فعل reporting asked. So we asked Dr. Ansari if sleep it was really important for teenagers. is تصبح شنو عندنا was، من نريد نحولها إلى جملة شنو تصير؟ يتقدم السليب على was. Okay, السبجect يقدم على فعل الauxiliary. So if sleep was really important for teenagers. I'm worried. Number 2. I'm worried about many of teenagers I see in my office. So Dr. Ansari said that he was worried about many of teenagers he saw in his office. هاي about هنا أكو be missing about. Okay. Number 3. Many of teenagers I see get bad marks because they are often tired. So Dr. Ansari told us that many of teenagers I saw he saw تقلب الآي إلى he، لأنه إحنا بدنا نتحدث عن دكتور أنصاري. C تقلب إلى saw تتحول إلى past form إلى زمن الماضي. he saw get تصير got bad marks because they are often tired. تصير they were often tired. Okay. Exercise D. Change these reported statements into the direct speech. هسه عندنا reported statement احنا لازم نحولها direct speech، يعني بالعكس العملية راح تعكس. إذا هو بالpast احنا لازم نحوله إلى شنو؟ إلى إذا هو بالpast نحوله إلى present. For example, he said many of them slept for only 6 or 7 hours per night. So what do we have to say? Many of them slept. This is the past form. Sleep is the present form. So many of them sleep for base هذه صح ولا base form. Many of them sleep for only 6 or 7 hours per night. So number 2, we asked Dr. Ansari what you could do. What you could do. This is a reported questions. So in the reported questions we have to make the questions as a statement. احنا لازم نحول ال questions إلى جملة. اوكي، السؤال نحوله إلى جملة. زين، إذا نريد نعكس العملية لازم بالعكس الجملة نحولها إلى سؤال. أداة الاستفهام موجودة، مجرد نقلبهن. What can you do؟ بما إنه هي بالpast إذا نحولها للpresent. هنا يقصد اليو على من جاية على teenagers. What can teenagers do? Okay. Number 3, he said many teenagers found drinking milk relaxing. أيضا هذا عندنا reporting statement. I reported statement. So when we have to make it as a direct speech, so we have to say that many teenagers find drinking milk relaxing. And don't forget to put الأقواس الصغيرة لا تنسون تضعوها. Okay, between two commas. Okay. Now complete exercise E is a homework for you, and if you have any questions don't forget to send it to me on Al-Mirqab. Thank you for your listening. Thank you very much. I hope you've got the benefit from this.